local, certified stroke care, you can live your healthiest life. Are you at risk for stroke? Take our stroke health risk assessment at silvahealth.com/stroke.
Martinsville and Henry County, do you want to be a trendsetter? Shop local, eat local, spend local, enjoy local. Martinsville and Henry County, it takes you to set a trend.
Since 2001, Sirloin House has been Eden's hometown spot for juicy steaks and true Southern home cooking. We're serving up breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus a crowd favorite breakfast and lunch buffet. Come dine with us and taste our family.
Hey, good morning, folks. How are you? Anyway, look, I have a guest today, and they are assessing your property as we speak. And a lot of people are very upset about this because I'm going to get into that, but we got someone here today. I think we can narrow that down and your problem maybe a little bit solved. That's what the show. But today I have Tiffany Harrison. She is the Commissioner of Revenue of Henry County. And Tiffany, I had you on here before, but in another situation, and it saved me money, really.
Good.
I was just amazed at the knowledge that this job has to have. It's not somebody that just can't walk in and do this, that's for sure. But people now are getting their property and homes assessment for tax purposes.
Right.
And a lot of people are very, some people are upset.
Right.
And maybe some aren't, but the people that I've heard talk weren't too favorable. And that's why I wanted to come on the show. I want folks to know what's happening here,
Right.
'Cause we haven't had an assessment in 5 years now. It's supposed to be every 4.
Yes, sir.
And if you notice anything at all, the prices has risen considerably over the years, and your property is worth probably a whole lot more than you paid for it or that you were paying for. And matter of fact, if it's assessed more than you're paying for it, y'all be happy because you're probably worth more than you did when you bought it.
Right.
But the taxes will definitely go up somewhat. Anyway, the assessment. Tell the folks, what happened when you assess the property? Is it drive-by or what?
So we have 3 appraisers on staff, and then myself, so that's 4. And then we have 2 real estate clerks that also help handle all of the data that we have. So essentially, when someone comes to your property, they get out, they go around, they check with the data we already have as far as the measurements, the condition, anything that needs to be added or removed or taken away. They consider all exterior factors that they can see.
So if they assessed the house, say 5 years ago, and they come by today and they see an extra room on that house, I mean, this is for, but they're just going to go. It's going to definitely go. Your property goes up.
Right.
But if it's the same as it was 5 years ago, then the property is going to be assessed. How?
Yeah, just according to whatever the market is at the time. We do take into condition. Sometimes the condition of the home could be a little bit better, a little bit worse, just, depending on what it was 5 years ago. Because people do a really good job of keeping up their homes for the most part. So it just really comes down to the market value, and you don't have to have a change to your home for it to be reassessed. It's just basically, 100% for market value is what a buyer and seller say that a house is worth. So if somebody was going to buy your home, this is the assessed value of it, at this time.
It's a tax value. Regardless if you've done anything to your home at all, it's going to value has gone up on it.
It has, exactly.
And but if you have acreage, it don't involve this. They don't have no changes in that.
Well, for land, typically we do hit land when we go around and do reassessments. That's part of it. For this time, our land model it was a whole lot more to it to put in than what we had time to do to meet our time requirement. So we didn't touch land for the most part unless it was a split or something like that done that required a change in value.
I know mine didn't change.
We
thank goodness, appreciate that. But as I say, I'd like to get a lot of questions answered today that a lot of people I know is going to be asking you. And the general information in your property is based on the value of January the 1st of this year.
Yes, sir.
And when did they start assessing this property?
So we started assessing, it began in 23, and so the previous appraisers started the assessment, and then when I came in January 21 of 2024, that's when I began working on the reassessment. So it's been a 2.5 year process.
So when you start, every 4 years, I think you told me that's when they assess the prices. I don't see them coming down a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to move too much.
Not too much. It's going to go up otherwise. And when you assess do you have, Henry County is a pretty good sized plot of land you got to cover. Do you have more than one person out looking at this property? They go on every road. Do they take pictures or? Yeah,
we do get updated pictures. We do try to hit as many of the properties as we can. I think we have about 40,000 parcels, so it's a lot to cover with just 5 people. But we do try to get to as many as we can. A lot of the data that we've seen, it wasn't too many changes on parcels that we went to. So that kind of helps because you don't have to be there as long.
Right.
But yeah, we tried to get to a big majority in the 2.5 years, and then the previous assessors went to quite a few as well. So we had a lot of coverage on this one.
And they go they're based on a fair market value. That's what it is. And
yeah, that's the burden. That's the requirement set by the state. We have to do it at 100% fair market value.
Well, that's where I think a lot of folks may get a little dismayed because they know what a fair market price is. They haven't checked it or whatever. They know what it was 4 years ago. Now, boom,
Yeah.
This is something, well, folks, what it is, your property has increased. Whether you know it or not, your property is worth considerably a lot more money now than it did 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And for this county to work properly, they got to have enough funds to run the county.
They do, and a lot of that comes into the tax rate portion of it.
Right.
So we can't consider those things, just even like mortgage companies, because people's mortgages and stuff went up. But we can't factor that into our 100% fair market value. Those things are factored more so into when the rate is set.
Does this have anything to do with the Henry County administration? They come to you and say, "Hey, we need X amount of dollars this year."
No, sir. They don't do that. This is completely a state mandated thing. Every single locality in the Commonwealth has to do it. The board, they do not have anything to do with this process. They simply say, hey, we're going to do one every 4 years. So that's as much say-so that they have in this. This is all the standards, the requirements, everything that we have to do is done because of the state.
Yeah, I was talking to Dale last week, I think it was, Dale Wagner, the administrator. And he said, hey, Paul, look, we don't do the taxes. This is done by the supervisors.
Right.
They do it.
Yeah, they do the tax rate. So the Board of Supervisors, they set the tax rate. They have to, they factor in everything that what it costs for the county to run and infrastructure and all of this stuff that they put into the rate. So they take our assessment from my office and then whatever the tax rate is. And so when you multiply those two together, then that's what you'll get as far as what your tax bill will be in this coming year.
It seems like it's a lot of work.
It is.
Yeah.
We have a whole lot of work for us, just setting up our models. I mean, like I said, we had 40,000 parcels that we was having to handle, and
how many parcels we have in Henry County? 40,000.
Yeah, just under 40,000. So it's a lot that we have to do, and so we have to do everything on that parcel. So if you have a carport, if you have multiple garages or structures, whatever. So it's a lot that goes into doing a reassessment, and I can imagine I'm not a part of the budget process as far as the rate, but I'm sure there's a lot of work that goes into that as well.
Well, I don't want to blame you, Tiffany. I know you probably do it. Hey, you, Commissioner of Revenue, you should know why this is why, and you can stop it.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
I can't stop it. My office, we don't make policy or law or ordinance or anything like that. We just have to do what we're told. We have to go where we're pointed. So,
of course. So if you have a question about your property, you think there's something wrong with it, it's not correct or something, I'm going to give you a phone number. So you don't have to worry anymore. You can call it and get it straightened out.
That's right.
The telephone number is 276-634-5600. 4690, 276-634-4690, and it's Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. So if you have any questions about your property, you think it's too high, or if you think it's too low.
Yeah, we've had some of those. Believe
Have
it or
you
not.
really?
We really have. They've come in like, hey, I want
I
this
think
be
my
higher.
property worth more than this, yeah.
Oh yeah, they have. I was
I
shocked,
can
but we
imagine if
have.
they trying to sell it that way.
Yeah, they're trying to sell, so they want it up. So it depends on where you are.
You can't win, can you?
You can't.
You're going to have people complaining regardless which way it is. What's the arm's length transaction? What is that?
So that's basically the sales that we consider qualified. So basically, it's if I had a property and say I sell it to you, so that's, we're not related. We don't have any, personal stake in it. Right. It's just that's a genuine qualified sale. Now, if I sold my house to my brother, that wouldn't be a qualified sale because, it's possible I gave him a deal.
Well, that's
we have to weed those out as well.
And if it's a non-arm's length, it's a sale to relatives.
Basically, yeah. So, those are the ones we consider unqualified. So, we have to really pay attention to the sales through the locality and who's getting what and where stuff is moving to, so we can know whether to consider it qualified or not. So it's a lot more research goes into sales than people think.
Well, Tiffany, we've covered a lot of ground this part of the show. Don't go away, folks. We got some more stuff I know you're going to want to listen to because to me it's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Don't go away, Beret.
Shop local. The Martinsville Henry County Chamber of Commerce and the Chamber's partnership for Economic Growth wants you to shop local. Did you know for every $100 spent in a local store, an estimated $68 remains in the community? When you shop local, you're supporting your community and keeping your dollars here in Martinsville Henry County. So remember, shop local throughout the year, support the assets and treasures that we are fortunate to have, and be a champion for your neighbors and your community. Shop local. The Martinsville Henry County Chamber of Commerce and the Chamber's partnership for Economic Growth wants you to shop local. Did you know for every $100 spent in a local store, an estimated $68 remains in the community? When you shop local, you're supporting your community and keeping your dollars here in Martinsville Henry County. So remember, shop local throughout the year, support the assets and treasures that we are fortunate to have, and be a champion for your neighbors and your community.
At Autos by Nelson, we value our customers, so we sat them down to get their double take.
She bought a Bronco that was black, and about a month later, she decided she wanted a white one. And she calls me at work, said, guess what I was doing? I said, you probably trading vehicles again, which I was right.
We have probably bought 20 to 25 cars by Autos by Nelson in like over 35 years.
Together, I know we have.
Yes, maybe more.
At Chopsticks, we pride ourselves on crafting the freshest, most delicious sushi in town. Our chefs hand select the finest ingredients from the crispest veggies to the highest quality fish. Whether you're a sushi person or a first-time taster, our menu offers a variety of rolls that cater to every palate. Dive into our signature rolls and experience a symphony of flavors with every bite. Join us at Chopsticks for an unforgettable dining experience where tradition and taste come together.
I'm Pam, Operations Lead at Martinsville First Savings Bank. We've been serving our community for over 100 years, and we're proud to offer a full range of services. We have checking and savings accounts to CDs, business and personal accounts, and now our brand new online banking and debit cards. Come on home and grow with us at Martinsville First Savings Bank, located at 25 West Church Street, Martinsville.
Welcome to Martinsville Family Dentistry, your local trusted dental experts. Faithfully serving the Martinsville community since 1978, we offer everything from dental implants to routine hygiene visits. Give our office a call to schedule an appointment and find out why we have over 20,000 happy patients and 1,400 five-star Google reviews. This is Martinsville Family Dentistry. Smile, you're in good hands.
My name is Patrick Sharp. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Gardner, Barrow & Sharp here in Martinsville. If you've been injured in a serious automobile collision or perhaps a minor injury with a rear end collision. We've been handling personal injury cases in the area for almost 50 years. Give us a call for a free evaluation of your case, 276-638-2455.
Baptize me in the fire, call me into the flames, I want more. Baptize me in the fire, throw me into the flames, I want more.
At Fairhaven Memorial Park, we know how heavy loss can feel. That's why we're committed to making final arrangements affordable, dignified, and handled with care, located in Spencer, Virginia. We offer burial, cremation, and beautiful memorial option setting with full perpetual care you can trust. Let us guide you with compassion, respect, and personal attention. Call Fairhaven Memorial Park today at 2769-571194.
Welcome to Greensboro Dental Associates, your local hometown dental experts.
Faithfully serving the Greensboro community since 1970, we offer everything from advanced dental implants and Invisalign to routine hygiene for your whole family. No insurance? No problem. We even offer financing programs to fit your budget and lifestyle. Come see why we have served over 15,000 happy patients and have over 600 five-star reviews. Greensboro Dental Associates, proudly serving our community for over 50 years. Give us a call so we can help you achieve your best smile.
My name is Jimmy Wright, and I am the manager here at Wright Funeral Service here in Martinsville, Virginia. Over the course of the last 13 years, we've had the pleasure of serving numerous families, and I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of our hearts. Here at Wright Funeral Service, we are deeply committed to taking care of your family in the hardest of times, all while keeping costs affordable. We are always here for you, 24 hours a day, even if it's 3 in the morning. You can reach us at 276-632-2206.
Hey folks, we're back, and I'm here with Tiffany Harrison, and we're talking about the assessment program. And one other thing I want to throw in here right quickly, is sandwiches. The assessment of those things are pretty good price now, right? Jerry's Pizza sent me this sandwich this morning. I told them I'd let you see it because I think it's a good deal. And anytime I can save you money on something good and delicious, I'm going to do it for you. And today we got this is a new special sandwich that he has made special for a short time. I don't know how long it is, but if you get down there and order it, it's a chicken and bacon sub sandwich with chips, and you get lettuce, tomato, whatever you want on there too, plus the chips. Now this is a new sandwich. It's just been on the menu. It's on the special board. As you walk in, you see it. It's a chicken and bacon with the ranch dressing, and it's 8-inch sub really, and it's only $9.95. So you can go in there and grab you one of these things and get a chip with it, and tell them Chef Paul sent you, and they might put an extra piece of onion or something. But I guarantee it's a delicious sandwich because I ate one. And I wouldn't be here to tell you if it wasn't good. You will love this sub. It's new. It won't be there forever. But go down and tell them you saw it on Chef Paul's show, and I guarantee you're glad you did. And that being said, now back to my guest, and Tiffany. So the assessment is well underway. It's finished. Mm-hmm. You've already assessed all the property.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've assessed the property. We went through the appeals process in our office, but we still have the BOE, Board of Equalization appeals process that's coming up in April. So we want to get everybody to our office if they don't agree with their value, or they want a value change up or down, to come talk, schedule a hearing with the BOE for the month of April. And we have until March 31st of 2026 to get that application in.
Now, I'm going to have to tell you, I had a problem. Yes. And I called in, and your staff is so courteous. I'm with them, really.
Yeah,
they want to help you. They're not there to hurt you. If you got a problem, they want it taken care of.
Right.
And that's a good thing, Tiffany. I just want to tell you have a great staff down there.
Thank you. Yeah, the staff is amazing. We can't get this stuff done without them, and just their customer service. I hear it all the time. People write in letters and stuff telling how great it is. But it's important. We're a small community. We should care about each other. We're in public service. So we all love it. It's a passion for myself and our staff. So it's good to hear.
I can tell that.
Thank you.
So if you have a problem, upset, when you call in, don't be upset. Tell them what your problem is. They will handle it with ease, and you'll be glad that you called. Yes. But anyway, as I say, you have, you got your model each district and resident. And commercial models, when there's a difference.
So every district, so part of what we did for our evaluations, so we set up districts, which in our system is called neighborhoods, but every district, we wanted to make sure that, one district wasn't being impacted more than, because some districts had higher sales than others. So we didn't want, somebody in a lower selling district to be impacted by a higher selling district. So we put those in, and then we separated it out. So we have two models for each district. One's a residential and one's commercial.
Right.
So, and then it keeps them all the same. It keeps everybody starting at the same base rate. So then your differences will come into, if you have a deck, what year you built your deck, if you have siding or you have, a different roofing. Like that stuff is what separates you, but your base rate of the home, that's the same for everyone. So we want to make sure that's fair and uniform by having these models.
I see. Now, if you come to an empty building, it's a commercial building, and if it's empty, is it same cost if there's a business in it?
Is if a business was in it?
Yeah.
It just depends. We do stuff if it's like light manufacturing or heavy manufacturing, that difference in the buildings.
Right.
But just an empty warehouse would be less than if something was there. Yeah, because they're normally not as upkept, if you will, as something that's active.
So the businesses has the same tax rate, right?
The rates are still the same. Whether it's residential or commercial, it's just the valuations are just a little different, because with commercial you have more paving, you have front foot, so depending, like everybody on Virginia Avenue is like one of our main avenues, so you have some front footage that's really nice that people have that's different from a residential. Some have lighting. Different things like that. Right. It's just so that's why we have to separate them out.
Of course, building's worth more money, and it's something that stays with the building and sell it or not. The two, that's another thing.
Exactly.
And what is the tax rate now, by the way?
Right now, the tax rate for real estate is 55.5 cents per hundred.
Per hundred. So, folks, your property's going to go a lot higher. I'm sure it is. In most cases, it's going to go higher. And your tax is going to go a little higher because you got more hundreds to put in.
It's more hundreds now, ain't it?
More hundreds to add to this.
Yeah.
So it's 55.5 cents.
So right now it's 55.5 cents. I believe somewhere in April they're going to have a board meeting, a board hearing. They have to have a public hearing whenever they set the tax rate. And so the tax rates are set every year. It just hadn't changed for us in quite a while.
Right.
It's been maybe a decade or more since I believe it's changed. So it kind of comes and goes and nobody notices, but I think people will notice a little bit this year.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I think somewhere in April is when they're going to have a hearing, and so they have to advertise and let people come and speak, and
well, I was told that it may drop some.
It may drop, but
it's going to equal it. It's going to be more than you've been paying. That's for sure. It got to be.
Yeah, so I don't know how far they're thinking of dropping it. So it depending on how far it falls, you still could be paying more.
And who does that? The supervisors?
The board of supervisors, yes, sir.
They get together. They tell how much you're going to drop.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Maybe I should run for board of supervisors.
Not this year. I'll wait.
Maybe
next year.
No, but that's interesting.
But
so Yeah, so if you got a complaint, go to your board of supervisors.
Yeah, absolutely. And
don't cuss at them. That'd be nice.
No, I think historically they've done good taking care of the county. I mean, they keep our taxes low. I mean, that's just historically been the case. So they look after us pretty good with that. So, like I said, I don't know what's going to come up in the future because I'm not a part of that process. But I think just historically, we've always been one of the, I think maybe in the bottom top 5 lowest or something, however you want to say it, in the state and the Commonwealth.
I have to admit, I think Henry County is one of the best counties to live in.
It really is.
I love living in Henry County.
It is.
And,
I love it.
And I appreciate the job you folks are doing.
Thank you.
Because I couldn't do it, so somebody got to do it. It's you. But,
I appreciate it.
But what's the income adjustment factors? What is that all about?
So we do income. That's one of our valuation approaches. But that's for like apartments. The General Assembly passed a law that we have to use the income approach for affordable housing. So anything that has 5 units or more, we request income data, and so we use that to put valuations on those properties. So that's just a different valuation method.
I see. And so we just built this new complex here in the city. That's a city, had nothing to do with you. But it goes to how many units are in there and what they pay, or what the average pay is in an area or something, or what?
It's just specific to that income data, because everybody's rents are different, and then some people may have 26 units, some people may have 12. So, we like to factor that in. We also do we factor in vacancies and expenses as well. So, we evaluate that, which also helps come to a determination. Because if something's been vacant for 6 months, if a unit's been vacant for 6 months, we like to account for that, because that's not revenue that's coming in.
And your professional standards, I think you would. These folks have already been through tests and all this stuff of how to do this thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And they had to pass it.
We did. We took some IAAO, which is very, very big. They have very difficult classes, and so we took those. We passed them. We also had a licensed general appraiser to oversee us and make sure the methods and stuff we used were good and in compliance. Since this was all of our first time doing one, we just wanted to make sure we had everything in order and done the proper way. And I think when you're serving the public, you should handle that with big care. So yeah, it's important.
But it's just that your folks are well trained in what they're doing. That's the main thing about it.
Exactly.
So folks, when you call them down there, they know what they're doing, and they already been through training and everything. But I think it's nice. But when they call, the person answers the phone. They would tell them what their problem is, then they can direct them someone to talk to, or a callback number or something.
Right. So yeah, when you call in, we'll get you with a real estate appraiser. They can answer any questions you have, anything that you need. If you need your property card, whatever records you need, we can provide that to you. We can get you your application for the BOE. We'll get you scheduled. We'll remind you of your appointment in April, and so you can come in and be willing to talk to our Board of Equalization, which are, they are all Henry County residents. Right. They have vast knowledge in real estate. There are community leaders, and they run very successful businesses. So I think everybody would be happy with just talking to someone that's
I'm
have
sure
that
they
in-depth
would.
knowledge.
As I say, I've already experienced that knowledge there, and I'm very appreciative of your staff. We talked to one, and she just turned over to someone else. They call back. So. Folks, this is a little complicated. Something you think, you look at your property was worth when you bought it, and it's not. It's worth a lot more now.
It's worth a lot more now. Yeah,
and
a lot of equity.
A lot more. So, be appreciative of that. That'd be thankful that you just didn't go down; it went up. But your taxes will go up, but not as much as you think, because they got 55.5 cents now, but that would drop. Most likely. Would drop.
Yeah.
But take this number down so you won't forget it. Please and write it down. Put it in your phone. 276-634-4690. 276-634-4690. From 8:30 to 5 every day, Monday through Friday. And just tell the folks what your concerns are, and they know how to handle that.
Yes.
And but knowing Tiffany, I'm impressed with this young lady. She is very knowledgeable what she does, and that that, folks, is what it is. And now, would you like to close? Anything like to tell anybody that don't cuss you out?
Yeah, please don't cuss us out.
It ain't Tiffany.
Yeah, we're here to help you.
Tiffany's not there.
But yeah, just contact our office. You know, we're always here to help and assist, and I just want to thank you for your support. And yeah, we're here if you need us.
And don't forget to go to Jerry's and get this delicious sandwich.
Right.
You'll be glad you did. With that being said, this is Paul standing so long, and until next time, I just hope God continue blessing you as He has me. And if He did, you're very well blessed. See you later.
Listen up, team. We need to make sure customers continue to win at Nelson, even if they're in a collision. So we're gonna need to double up. First, we double the warranty on all new vehicles. Easy. Then, for any new or used vehicles, receive free towing up to 125 miles with no collision deductible at our body shop.
Sounds like a winning combination to me, Coach.
Double up on 3. 1, 2, 3. Double up!
Autos by Nelson. Frustrated by that crack in your windshield? At Daniels Auto Glass, we don't just fix glass, we restore your peace of mind. Our certified technicians use top-grade materials and precision techniques to repair or replace any auto glass damage. Need us to come to you? Our mobile service brings our expertise right to your home or office. Don't let that